Hello team, I hope you're all doing well. So, I'm making a brand new video today to show you the latest features of the app, specifically the integration of ChatGPT and Claude into the EKKLO app. In this video, we'll see how to integrate it, what it's for, its purpose, and we'll see together that it's an absolute banger. Before we start the demo, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. I'll personally answer any questions about the AI part, the integration, and so on. No problem at all, I'll be happy to answer them. What we want at EKKLO is to always progress, whether through optimization or innovation, it doesn't matter. What we really want is to have the best coaching app of all time, and that's why we've integrated our own AI into the app, which is called Paco. So it's simple, it's an AI built into the app, so you can ask it anything. For example, 2 days ago, I asked it to create a protein bowl cake recipe for me. And as you can see, it created it, which is cool, but the best part is that it integrated it directly into the app. That's the biggest banger. It integrated it directly into the EKKLO app, which is pretty great. Anyway, there are a lot of great things coming, like the AI can create recipes, meal plans, analyze reports, and analyze sessions for you. Anyway, the AI is currently in beta, so we'd like to move even faster. We don't want to be the best app of all time in 6 months or a year. We want to be it now. So with the team, we thought about what idea, what feature would be interesting for you coaches to really save a massive amount of time, and especially something that's never been done anywhere else. That's the real question. So what we want is to really stand out from other competitors, from apps that don't innovate, that don't have good customer service, and so on. So we thought about it and we found it. As you've seen, we've integrated ChatGPT and Claude into the app. This means that from Claude or ChatGPT, you can do everything within the app. So EKKLO is the only app on the global market that can provide and bring you Claude and GPT within a coaching app. You can ask it anything, analyze reports, sessions, food recipes, convert your PDF programs, whatever, it can do it all. It's just an absolute banger, and we're happy to offer it to you today. Now, let's move on to the first step, which is how to integrate ChatGPT and Claude into the EKKLO app. We're going to go to the coach section on the PC. So we'll have a dashboard with clients, prospects, calendars, and so on. What we'll do is click on the AI at the top right, called Paco, as I explained, and we'll click on the button to prefer Claude or GPT. Once that's done, we'll arrive at the integration page. This is where we can connect our AI URLs, in this case our MCP server URL. Basically, what is it? It's a connection between Claude and EKKLO so that any data you send directly to Claude can be put back into the app. Simple as that. For you, you'll see there's no special manipulation to do. You just have to click on View Guide either for Claude or for ChatGPT. And each time we'll explain how to do it. You just need to open Claude, then Settings, then Connector, and automatically you'll have Claude connected with EKKLO or vice versa, ChatGPT with EKKLO. An important detail, connecting Claude and GPT works for any subscription, whether it's the smallest, the largest, or the medium one, it doesn't matter. You can use Claude and GPT within the app, there's no problem with that. So once we've integrated Claude and GPT into the app, we're going to try it out, of course. We're going to try it live together. First, what we'll do is open a new page. We're going to open Claude. There we go. Perfect. So here, we'll have Claude with each time, welcome back Theo, the homepage, and we can suggest whatever we want to the AI. For example, we could tell the AI, analyze the latest report for my client Theo Viril and make me plenty of charts so I can understand everything. A really very basic prompt. I mean, the prompt is kind of bad, but it's to show you a bit of Claude's power, how we can implement it in the app. The AI will now find the client, the corresponding report, it'll find everything, and as it goes, it'll make me a huge chart on your client's report over the last 3 months. For example, the analyzed period, so it's from September 27th to December 11th, 2025. 37 weigh-ins, my client is 18 years old, and we can see the weight evolution each time, all the weigh-ins, a progress chart. We'll also see the steps per week, we'll also see the macro breakdown. In short, we can really see everything. It's just incredible. And on top of that, we can also see the consistency of the weight tracking to know if your client in week 7 or week 8, if they started sticking to their weight much more or not, or if it started to drop because it's Christmas. Anyway, there are so many metrics. There's so much analysis to set up that it's just incredible to have this in front of you in 2026. Well, it took me 15 seconds, not even. I just had to write the sentence to ChatGPT or Claude, and it did it for me directly. So just imagine the incredible time savings for you in analyzing your clients' reports. And even for you, I think it's still much more practical to have all the data in one place and have the data processed by Claude. And every time, what's cool is that Claude can also give us recommendations. For example, it'll tell us what's working. So over the first 6 weeks, what worked was this, this, and this. What dropped off? The real warning sign. For example, it can tell me, no usable nutrition log, there's only 1 meal tracked. So it could say, careful, tell your client to track their meals properly for me, and so on. In fact, basically, you're going to be coached by Claude, quite simply. So you see, the AI can also analyze reports, but it can also, if you want, analyze sessions. Nothing's stopping you from saying, for example, analyze the push sessions for my client Theo Viril. And if I need to do something, so you see, the prompt is totally lame, but naturally, the AI will analyze Theo's last 4 push sessions every time. And I can ask it if I want, create a very clean chart for me about my client and his programs. I ask it to do it for me, and it'll create a summary chart of Theo and his programs every time. It'll obviously take all the data it needs to create it. And as soon as it has enough data, it can then create it in HTML within Claude, and it'll be much nicer. For example, you see here, we're seeing it directly live together. We see the total sessions each time, the sessions completed each time, the average completions, active program, and it's going to make us a very, very good program, a very, very good chart, on the session distribution by program as we go. So there, it really made me a simple chart while I was really just asking for a chart so I could clearly understand the sessions he's doing, etc. You can ask it about his strengths, weaknesses, what he is not improving on, what he is improving on, and more. Ask anything. The AI will analyze everything here directly. It's an absolute banger. So we've talked a lot about analysis, obviously, but the AI it's not just for analyzing sessions or reports. It's also used for creating. If you want, you can right now, instead of creating recipes by hand on Word, PDF, whatever, ask the AI to create recipes for you directly integrated into the app. For example, in my case, I asked it, create 5 healthy recipes for my client who is vegan. Well, it's really quite unusual. So what is Claude going to do for me here? It's going to give me the recipe, ingredients, steps, notes, and so on for all 5 recipes. And then I asked it, integrate them directly into EKKLO. And well, in just 10 seconds, it's going to integrate them directly into the EKKLO app. It's just an absolute banger. Because that way, the advantage, instead of creating your recipes by hand or sending PDFs and so on, the client will have a huge database of recipes available in their coaching app. Every time, the recipes, ingredients, steps, values, anyway, it'll be much nicer for the client in terms of experience and progress. Having great recipes in a smooth app is just more practical. So it also works for workout programs, for meal plans. It works for assessments, for example. You can ask it for anything, really anything. It's truly an open bar. And also, if you're a fitness coach not yet on EKKLO and you're still using PDFs, WhatsApp, or Excel, or if you're using a coaching app you don't really like, or at least one that isn't updated enough for you, that bugs out too often, where clients complain and support is non-existent, I have the solution if you want to transfer all your data to EKKLO. There will be several possibilities. First, you can either send a PDF directly to Claude or GPT, or send your Excel, your Google Drive, or screenshots of your program from a coaching app. It doesn't matter, Claude will analyze everything. For example, I told it, take my PDF and put it into EKKLO as a meal plan. I sent Claude a meal plan I made as a PDF, and I wanted to transfer it into the app so I don't have to keep retyping everything by hand, which isn't the point. And it'll say, okay, I understand. So what do you want? Do you want dinner? And so on. How do you want to structure your plan? With option 1, day 1, and so on. Basically, it'll ask questions to figure out how to set it up. And as soon as that's done, it starts the process. So it'll create the recipes, it'll create the meals, it'll create the food items, it'll create everything in advance. And once it's done, boom, we get a notification saying, plan created successfully. Here's what's set up with EKKLO. The Clear Week 5 meal plan. So what we're going to do is take a look at it together. I actually did it at the same time as you. So I'll go into nutrition and we can see May 12th. It is indeed May 12th. The Claire Week 5 meal plan has been created. So we click on it and in the top left, we'll have typical day week 5 and we can see raw egg, whole wheat bread, avocado, apple. Everything is explained step by step. It's much simpler. And actually in terms of time saved, it's just phenomenal because the advantage of AI is that it automatically created the recipes and the meal plans. For example, here I have the sweet potato pancake recipe, ingredients, and so on. It's just great. So of course I'm showing the PDF part, but if you have an Excel file, it's the same thing. It's even simpler because it'll just go directly to Google Drive, a bit like Claude Cowork. It'll see everything it's done and put it directly into the app. So that's the big new thing for EKKLO. It's the AI. Currently, we're the only coaching app in the world, to have it for you coaches. So don't hesitate to check it out. Keep in mind that what you see here is only a beta. Just imagine in 3, 6 months, a year, what we're going to do with EKKLO. Considering we've only been on the market for a year and a half now, just imagine in 3 or 6 years, we're going to revolutionize the way of coaching with you coaches. Because as you already know, we built the app solely based on your feedback as coaches. Because quite simply, at EKKLO, there are 6 of us. We're a startup from Lille, but none of us are coaches. That's what makes coaches laugh a bit, actually, when I tell them that. But the advantage is that we don't have the ego to say, we're coaches, we know what coaches need. is just that the app was developed solely based on the feedback from coaches and on reviews, on opinions, on ideas. That's also what shows we have 4.8 on Trustpilot from 150 reviews. It's also what shows that we have a lot of reviews on Capterra. We're well liked because we're actually always listening. We have a very fast customer service. So if tomorrow you're on EKKLO, you have ideas, you're welcome, of course. For example, right now, as I'm making this video for you, it's May 12th, but what's planned for this summer is to integrate Strava into the app. It's session control from the coach app. It's really having a very wide CrossFit section with High Rocks. It's that client sessions. They can do them directly via their Apple Watch or with Garmin. Anyway, there are so many developments coming to the app. Right now, what you see is only 5 to 15% of EKKLO's potential. EKKLO isn't just an app for coaches, it's really a big part of the evolution of coaching, whether it's for the clients or for the coaches, for the evolution of gyms. Anyway, we really want to create something solid with you, the coaches. So that's it for the big new features for the roadmap and also the evolution of EKKLO as we go. If you have ideas that are interesting, that are relevant to the app, don't hesitate to put them in the comments or come see me directly in DM on Instagram. I'm the one who answers everything. So if you want to discover the app, you have 14 days of free trial starting right now. The link is in the description to really understand the app. Even during the trial period, you can already create programs with AI, create sessions, analyze assessments. Everything is possible in the app. We're only at the beginning, so thanks for the trust once again. Take care of yourselves. Listen, we'll see you next time. Bye.